My name is Lucile Dollet, and I'm a postdoctoral researcher at the Novo Nordisk Foundation Center for Basic Metabolic Research at the University of Copenhagen, Denmark. So during my career, I've been working on different aspects of peripheral insulin resistance and type 2 diabetes. And my main focus now is on the crosstalk between adipose tissue and skeletal muscle and how we could affect insulin resistance, energy expenditure, and ultimately type 2 diabetes. I studied biology and biochemistry at the University of Nantes in France. And I then did my PhD in the same city at the Institut du Thorax, where I worked on lipodystrophy, which is an extreme model of adipose tissue dysfunction that leads to the same complication as obesity. After that, I went to the Karolinska Institutet in Sweden in the lab of Professor Anna Kruk and Julien Zirat, where I learned more about skeletal muscle and the beneficial effect of exercise in type 2 diabetes, and that's why I started to work on the interorgan crosstalk. My first contact with the EASD was through the annual meeting in 2015, so at the end of my PhD. I was accepted to present a poster there, but I ended up not going because it was very close to my PhD submission date, and I was very stressed about it, so I sent my supervisor instead. So after that, I went to several annual meetings, and I thought it was a great opportunity to see the last update on type 2 diabetes research, both on the basic side, but also more clinical, which is a bit different from the other conference I usually go, which are way more focused on basic research. I also thought it was a great opportunity to network with people in the field of diabetes in an international level. And another big advantage of the EASD for me was also that they had funding opportunity for early career researchers, specifically in the field of diabetes, for which I start applying during my first postdoc stay. So in 2019, I received the Young Investigator Fellowship from the EASD. And in 2020, I received the Rising Star Award from the EASD for my project on the interplay between circadian rhythm and exercise and regulating adipose tissue function. And both this grant gave me the opportunity to develop and drive really my own research project, but also to acquire more visibility in the field, maybe a bit more as an independent researcher. And I guess one other big benefit I got was the possibility from this to join the EASD Early Career Academy Committee. So one key moment in my career was probably the transition between my PhD and my postdoc. At the end of my PhD, I was a bit unsure about continuing in academia, but I got a French-Swedish PhD prize with a travel grant to go visit laboratory in Sweden, so I could meet with different PI, and I decided to try to apply for postdoctoral grant. And the chance I had to actually get a fellowship to go to the Karolinska Institute and to discover a new lab and to be more independent in my research, it's when I realized that I really enjoyed it. And therefore, I decided to continue to apply for more grants, such a Rising Star Award, so I could continue doing this. More than one person, I think I get more inspired on a day-to-day basis from both my supervisor, but also all my colleagues. I really enjoy the fact that I'm working with people that are both very dedicated and enthusiastic about their project. And that is actually a big reason of why I enjoy doing research so much, and I continue doing it. In the Early Career Academy Committee, we are really trying to develop activities that are targeted for early career researchers and to highlight their work and their research. And that goes from more opportunity to present at the annual meeting or in journal club, but also a webinar for career development, like writing paper on grant that are really tailored for people working on diabetes, but also opportunities for mentorship and some funding. But in general, I think what is really good about it is it's just another possibility to create a network and learn to know the next generation of diabetes researcher and clinician.